Chakravarthy, Assistant Professor, Annamacharya University, Rajampet. Today we are going to discuss about structured query language. So the main purpose of structured query language is to communicate with the database. So we have created a database. So actually database is nothing but which is a collection of interrelated data. We are collecting all the data and we are placing at one place. Now, after collecting the data, I need to retrieve the data. How I am going to retrieve the data, how I am going to access the data means we require a language for doing all these things. So for that purpose, we have a language called structured query language. Okay. So this is the definition here he has given. In order to communicate with database, so we are using structured query language. So there are different commands we are going to use in SQL, like DDL commands, DML commands, TCL commands, DQL commands, DCL commands. We will see one by one. So DDL command. Coming to the DDL command, it is called as data definition language command, where we are going to define about the data. We are having different commands like create command, drop command, alter command, and truncate command. So create command is used to create the table. So we are going to store our data in the form of tables. So we'll see how we are going to create the table. The general syntax of creation of table is create table, table name, so followed by column name, data types. We can give n number of columns and we need to provide the data type for each column. Okay. So for example, so here I have created a table called student. So create table student with attributes with column name, student number, student name. Student number I have given it as a number data type and student name I have given it as character data type. Okay. After creating the table, we have not given any values. So suppose if you want to see the table what we have created, so then you can go with another command called DESC. DESC is nothing but describe. It describes about the table, whatever the contents, whatever the columns that are present in the table. If you need to know, then we need to go with the command called DESC. DESC table name. So you will get that table. See, for example, I have created a student table earlier. If you use that DESC student, so it displays like this. So it consists of student number, student name, where student name takes numeric data type and student name takes character data type. Okay. So then we are having another command called alter. See, after creating the table, suppose if you want to change the column names or if you need to add some more column names in your table, then we are going to use another command called alter. See, listen here, we are not at all doing anything with the content of the table. We are just changing the table structure. Okay. So here in alter, so if you observe, I can either add a new column or I can modify a column. For example, here I have given, so suppose if I need to add one more column. So earlier I have created only two columns there, student number and student name. Now, if I need to insert one more column as student address, so then I'll use a command called alter table, table name, add. So I need to provide the column name, what I need to add. So then data type. Okay. So example, alter table student. So I'm going to add student address here. Okay. After that, if you execute it, so you will get an output called output table altered. Okay. So now if you want to view again, so whether it has been modified or not, so then you need to use again DESC command so that it displays all the columns that are present in the table. If you observe here, earlier we are having only two columns. Now, so we are having three columns like student number, student name, and student address. Okay. So then we are having another command in DDL. So the name itself, it is saying that data definition language. We are going to define. Okay, we are going to create the table. We are going to alter the table. Similarly, we can delete also. We can drop the table. So after the usage of your table, suppose if we need to drop, if we need to remove that table, so then we are going with another command called drop. Okay. So if you observe here, drop is used to delete the table. So the syntax is drop table, table name. If you use, the example drop table student. So that table is dropped. So here we are having another command called truncate. It is also used to remove all the remove the table, but the only difference between drop and truncate is if you drop the table, totally table structure is deleted. Table structure is removed from the database. But whereas if you use truncate, so it will delete the table structure, but the space allocated for the table remains constant. There will be there whatever the memory allocated for the table, that will be there only. Okay, so I can use it for another purpose. Okay, so that is the main difference between drop and truncate. So drop means it completely removes the table structure. So whereas truncate means it only removes the table, but it won't allow you to remove the memory allocated for the table. Okay, so these are the commands that we have in DDL. So now moving on to the second commands, data manipulation language commands. So in data manipulation language commands, we are having a data manipulation language in the sense, so we are going to change the data. So for changing the data, for manipulating the data, we are having different commands like insert command, where we are inserting the data into the table. Earlier in data definition, we have just only created the table structure, but we have not inserted any data in the table. For inserting the data in the table, we require another commands like data manipulation language commands. Okay, so we are having different commands like insert. Okay, so if you see the syntax of insert, so insert into table name. So I need to provide the table name. Insert into table name, values, and whatever the values I need to insert, I'm going to use it. Okay, this is one syntax. So here, for example, if you observe here, I have already created student table. So now I'm trying to insert some values to the student table. Okay, see this syntax, see this example, insert into student one values. So there I'm trying to insert one data with roll number 506 and name Dilip and belonging to Kadapa. So as I have given the data in table as number, name and address, I'm just providing all those values. Whatever the values, character values, if you are passing, you need to place it in quotations. If you are passing a numeric value, no need to specify any quotations. As I specified, all these are characters, so I am going to pass it in quotations only. Okay, so this is one type of insertion. We are having different insertion syntaxes. So this is the one of that syntax. So now after inserting the data, suppose if you want to view the data, so whatever the data you have inserted, suppose if you want to view the data, then we are going with another command called DQL commands. So in DQL commands, so it is nothing but data query language commands, where we are querying the database. We are asking our database to give this data. Okay, for that the command we use is select. Okay, if you observe here, so we have used select star from student. So star indicates it is going to retrieve all the columns that are present in student. Suppose if you want only the required columns, for example, if you require only student number, student name, then you need to write like select student number comma student name from student one. Okay, as I require all the columns, so I have taken select star from student. Okay, so if you use that syntax, if you use that, so it will display like this. Okay, so it will display student number, student name, student address. So here it is displaying all the things. So student number, student name and student address. Okay, in this way it is going to display. As I have inserted two rows, so it is displaying two rows. Okay, so this is the thing. Similarly, I have updated. If you observe here, so earlier student number, student name equal to Chakravarthy for Chakravarthy. The address I have given it as Hyderabad. Now suppose later on if you want to change the address of that person, so then I need to go with another command called update command. Okay, so the syntax is update table name set field, set column name equal to value. I am going to pass the value. Okay, here directly I have given an example, update student 1, this is the table name, update student 1, set address equal to set column. Okay, so as address is a column, set address equal to Bangalore, where S name equal to Chakravarthy. Wherever Chakravarthy is there, you need to replace the address of that Chakravarthy to Bangalore. Okay, earlier it is given as Hyderabad. Now after updating it, so I'll get an message. I'll get an output as one row updated. Okay, as there is only one row belonging to Chakravarthy and address Hyderabad. So one row is updated. Now if you want to view whether it is updated or not, again you need to retrieve the data. For retrieving the data, so I'm using the same command select star from student. Okay, so earlier it is Hyderabad here. Now if you observe here, it is Bangalore. Okay, in that way I'm going to update my data. Okay, so this is about DDL and DML commands.